They gonna say something to you like, and this gun got the dragon lip micro recoil circumcisional metabolical flame tech flat trigger in it. What's going on, good people? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I bring you gun content that everybody can relate to. If this is your first time here and you enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up and smash that sub button. And if you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I want to introduce you to the all-new Springfield Prodigy Diamond Edition. You heard me right. The new Springfield Prodigy Diamond Edition. I know you haven't saw this one. It's because it's brand new. Pretty cool, right? Spoiler alert, Springfield don't make this gun. And I'm sure pretty much most of you guys watching know that Springfield does not make this firearm, and this is indeed a custom gun. I know it was somebody like, what? Springfield came out with a new one and ain't nobody told me? Okay, so first let's talk about where did this come from? Where did this Springfield Prodigy Diamond Edition come from? First of all, this firearm is empty. Oh, you hear how smooth that sounds. This firearm is empty. There's not even a magazine in it right now. First, let me give a big shout out to a few gentlemen that have been coined as the Four Horsemen that turned me on to the company that does this Springfield Prodigy Diamond Edition is what I call it. So first, let me send a shout out to my boy Snap At You Photography, buddy of mine out of Chicago, my other brother from Chicago, Letho, Maximum Holage is what we call him around the way. My boy Eric Loves Guns, also BTG Bust Them Guns. He has a YouTube channel. The reason I'm bringing them up because they were the guys that introduced me to a company called TDS Gunworks based out of Wyoming that made this happen. So these gentlemen do more customization on firearms than anybody else that I know, especially as a collective between the four of them. You say, well, why do you take their word? Because I know that they have used every custom shop that you can name, especially all of the big boys, from the Monsoons, the Vulcans, and all of the big boys out there. They have used them on multiple occasions between the four of them. So they're able to compare work side by side. When they came to me and told me about this company, I was sold on it. They started sending me the photos. I was able to shoot some of their firearms, able to see the work up close and in person. I was like, yeah, these guys are up next. The company I'm talking about is TDS Gunworks. They're based out of Wyoming. Some of the work that they're putting out that's similar to this here, including this Prodigy upgrade package, is crazy. Now, full disclosure, on this particular firearm, it wasn't just TDS Gunworks. Now, to make this overall Prodigy look this way. So what you're seeing here is the upgraded serration package, the slide cuts. These are things that if you ever looked at a regular Prodigy, which I'll try to get a picture of my Prodigy in its original state, you know that it looks nothing like this. You know, the polished upper parts, that custom bluish gray Cerakote, it doesn't show real well on camera. The controls polished like they are. The different grip module on here, I call it the diamond grip module, and we'll talk about that here in a second. As you can see, the pin grip safety, the mag well. The other companies that were involved with this gun, as you can see, the gun is ported. This gun has all of the bells and the whistles. This grip module is from a company called On Point Guns. And he's making some crazy grip modules out here. Trust me, you've seen his grip modules around. You just wouldn't know they were his. But now I want to make sure that we're shining a light on this guy too, because he makes some amazing aluminum grip modules. This is just one of them. He makes several different grip modules. The port job, Tampa Gunworks. So I think Tampa Gunworks does some of the best porting work out there. Pedro over there, very calculated fella, man. Takes a lot of pride in his work and does a great job porting. He's ported several of my guns, and I'm always impressed with how they shoot, and I know tons of other people whose guns that he's ported. So this was done by 3 different companies, and the part that will amaze you even more, to put something like this in hand with everything done for it, with upgraded internals, you can upgrade the trigger, everything, the works, and have it looking like this with a brand new Prodigy that you bought brand new, with the exception of the optic and the light. You can get into something like this under 2.5 racks. Research determined knowledge. You can get into this for less than 2.5 bands. Under that, under 2,500 beans, you can have something as crazy as this. Look at this amazing framework, the amazing slide work. Look at the grip module. Look at all the detail. You just like myself being a novice shooter, a novice gun owner, I'm not a competition shooter, but I like to shoot competition style guns or fancier guns sometimes, but I can't always afford to go out there and pay the $5,000, $6,000 price tag. Not here to knock any of those companies that charge that type of money, because they have their own justifications and reasons why they do that. So that's not for me to judge. I'm a firm believer in what I call SPO, subjective preference and opinion. So it's up to you, man. If you got the bag and you want to buy that and you like that, that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm talking to the people that may have thought that maybe they couldn't get into something that's higher end and has those high end features at a reasonable price. And you can. 100%. And I'll roll in some footage of taking a few shots with this gun to let you guys see how it shoots. So let's talk about things like, the platform, the 2011 platform, right? Based off of the also popular 1911 platform. Basically, the 2011 is just a double stack 1911. So they're all built on the same platform. Sometimes we get caught up in things, where people will make you think that these firearms are so different. They're not. When you start talking about things like aftermarket support for 2011s, it's across the board. All 2011s have amazing aftermarket support because the aftermarket support is for the platform. Well, there's some companies, very few that have some proprietary, you know the word I'm trying to get to. There's some companies that have parts that only fit their firearms, but there's very few. I just like to let people know that there's options, because I love those firearms as well. I'm a huge fan of all of them. There's so many different options out here, so don't be sleep on that. And then the other thing, sometimes we get caught up in the terminology, and that's what throws people off, especially newer gun owners or people that's newer to the platform. Well, and let me now explain what I mean by we get caught up in the terminology. Because somebody will come to you and they'll say, I'm going to buy this Infinity or this Atlas or this stuff that's up in that price range, because the stuff that's in these guns is unbelievable. What is this? It's cap. Because they'll hit you with the terminology. They're going to say something to you like, and this gun got the dragon lip, micro recoil, circumcisional, metabolical, flame tech flat trigger in it. My gun ain't got no dragon lip, micro recoil, metabolical, circumcision. Oh, I got to spend more. You be messed up. You think you all messed up, and they ain't nothing. It's just a red dirt trigger. They'll name it something. They come up with all this stuff. Nothing against any of that. All of it looks amazing. Those guns shoot amazing. They are amazing, man. And if that's what you want to add to your collection, go for it. Looking to get into something crazy, and you can do it affordably and relatively fast. Here you go. Something of this nature. Go check those guys out, man. I've seen them do work on so many different 2011s and other firearms as well. So they don't just do 2011s just like the other companies, but you can get in stuff like this under 2 racks, And this is crazy. The quality of this is absolutely crazy. The grip module is nuts. Everything about it, man. Big shout out to On Point. And I'm going to say this right now. Find the minute point, mark it down, write it down, send out a kite, do whatever you got to do. This will be the new trend. The guys at TDS Gunworks, On Point, this type of result will be the new trend. Mark my words, because when you start seeing this type of setup and these type of designs, this is what you're getting in the custom-made, hand-fitted guns. These are the type of results that you're seeing. Now, I'm not talking slide to frame fitment. I'm talking primarily the aesthetics. And this is what you're getting with those guns that's attracting a lot of people. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, remember RGG said it, companies are going to have to start doing stuff like this in order to make it work. Just porting or upgrading the internals or tuning the gun. You're getting all of that from companies like TDS Gunworks. So I just think it's pretty cool. I just wanted to bring it to you all's attention. Bombard those guys. Go check them out on Instagram. I'll put the Instagram up here on the screen. I'll be back with another video in the future with some range footage talking about how it shoots, how it runs. So we'll talk more about this Springfield Prodigy Diamond Edition. I have some more projects coming from those guys that I can't wait to show on the channel. Do me a favor, stay solid, it's free, and stay out the way.